Hi grade twos. We've been measuring a lot lately. We learned about how to measure the length of something or the perimeter around something, the area it covers you can measure. We learned about capacity, how much we can measure, how much can go inside of something. And now we're going to talk about measuring the mass of something. And you might hear the word mass with the word weight. And they're kind of similar, but they do mean different things. And I didn't tell the grade ones this, but I'm going to tell the grade twos this. So the mass of something isn't going to change. The mass of my block is always going to be what it is. If it's 2 grams or if it's something like that, it's not going to change. But the weight of something can change depending on where it is. So this block might weigh something here on Earth because of the pull of gravity, but it might weigh something different on the moon because the gravity pull is different. So weight does involve the pull of gravity, and we would technically measure it with a different unit. We're talking about mass, and we're going to measure today with non-standard units, and later we'll talk about gram and kilograms. When we measure mass, we're going to use a scale here. I might call the pan scale sometimes because it's made after a model where you would have 2 flat pans or dishes and they balance. You could also call it a balance scale because we use it to balance. And the reason we're using this to measure mass especially and not weight is because if I measure the ruler, for example, I put it in here, and let's say it's equal to 4 blocks, and I put them in and they're equal, the ruler might have a different weight on the moon than it does here, but the ruler will always have the same mass as the 4 blocks if they're even, because they have the same mass. It's important to know the mass of things, the weight of things. I'm just going to show you some real world reasons before we go on. So in my house, I found a luggage scale. And what happens is before I go on a trip on an airplane, I would take my luggage and hang it on here. And when I pull down on it, it tells me how much it weighs. And then this one is pulling down. It's the gravity on Earth. So this is the weight. And it's important to know how much something weighs for the airline, for balancing the plane, and for many reasons. You might have a scale in your house as well. If a person steps on it, it will tell you how much they weigh. And also, an animal could go on it. And that's important too, because say the animal is going to the vet clinic, if it was your pet, it's important to know how much the animal weighs so you can give them the right amount of medicine. There's a lot of reasons why weight and mass are very important to us in our everyday lives. I'm going to show you how to measure with non-standard units now, using the pan scale, and then after you have a worksheet to do today. Today we're going to talk about measuring. And so to measure, we always need a unit. And the unit I'm going to use today is blocks. I have lots of them at home. The way we measure mass with a unit is we would put it in the balance scale. So for example, here's my eraser. I'm putting it in, and we're going to count how many blocks it takes until this goes right back to there and it's balanced. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, it's still off. 4. I think that's it. It's perfect. So now, move these aside. Take both of these off and dump them out. The eraser measures 4 blocks. It equals 4 blocks. Let's try another one. So balance first. Let's try the ruler. So let's see the ruler fit in. The ruler's on the side now. How many blocks will it take to equal the ruler? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it goes too far past that way, then it's too to take it out. Oh, but I would say that's about right. Because if I go the other way, let's see, take it out, it's gonna be too little. Yeah. So I would say it's 5. So the ruler is the same as 5 blocks. Let's do one more, a heavier one. Is it balanced? Is it even? So there's my yarn. And it goes. How many blocks? Do we make a guess first? Make an estimate? Well, I'd love to estimate. I'm going to estimate. It's definitely heavier than the eraser and the ruler. I'm going to guess 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wow, 8, 9, 10. My estimate was off. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, oh, not quite, 17. Wow, there it goes. So even though heavier objects might take a bit longer, we can definitely still balance them out. So the yarn was the same as 17 blocks. The yarn weighs 17 blocks. Your worksheet today looks like this. It's called Measuring Weights in Non-Standard Units. Because we're using a non-standard one, we're not using grams yet. Today's unit is going to be batteries. So it says grade 2 measurement worksheet. The weight of the carat in batteries is, and so this scale is balanced. It is straight across, which means I know these two are equal. So the carat equals how many batteries? 1, 2, 3. The weight of the carat in batteries is 3. What about over here? The weight of the candle in batteries is, again, the scale is balanced. So I know they are even, they are equal. The weight of the candle in batteries is, it's only 2 batteries. The rest of your worksheet looks just like this as well. Enjoy your math today.